Good morning, afternoon and evening, my crazies. My name's Angela, I'm the Crazy Poppy Lady, and welcome back to another episode of Whip, Spits and Chat. Come on, let's go and see what I got for you today. Right, so let's do our video roundup. So for this week, of course, we had our stitch a week, and that, of course, was our bobble stitch. Here it is. I can't remember which way round it is for the moment. And yes, I've not sewn in my ends yet. Quite a few of them haven't got their ends sewn in, but hey, you know what I'm like. Right, our next video up, it was the book review, and it was the crochet wreaths. That is this one here. Now the links to all of these videos, of course, will be on under this I button or in the description box down below. And then, of course, we had our Throwback Friday number 61. Even the throwback series seems to be going really quick. Now, for any of our new crazies that have joined recently with the throwback series, these are my old videos are rehashed into new videos. And what I do is I pick a week in the life of the crazy. So on these videos you will get a look at a week from last year, and it just shows you what I was putting out at that point. I cut into the videos quite a bit, take away anything that I don't think would interest you anymore, and I also tell you if there's been any changes. So if you see the background that will be looking like this over the next couple of weeks, then you know these are the new bits that I've added in, because it can be quite confusing. But normally, if the intro section, keep an eye on the intro section, because that's, of course, will have the background that you're looking for the newer sections of the video. Right, I think that's about it for the videos for this week. Right, now it's time for my whips and my other bits. Okay, so whip wise, I know I'd said in the comment section on the Inside Crochet magazine, issue number 148, so that's this month's issue. I know I did say in the comments, if I do make something out of one of these, it'll probably end up being an amigurumi, because of course these are written in English terms, and I'm mainly working American because that's how I learn. But I'm getting better at transferring the lettering over and things like that. So if it's quite a simple-ish pattern where you repeat the same stitches over and over again, I don't find that too difficult, because I can sit there, jot down what I need to know on a bit of paper, and then I'll work from there. So I actually chose something out of this month's issue. It's my whip. It's still a work in progress. Let me find it for you. Oh, where are we? It's the one I was sounding quite disappointed in the video, because when I first looked at this image, I thought it was the dress, not the top, which I thought was a bit strange until I looked closer at the image, because of course when I open these books you're getting my very first reaction. I'm not looking through them first. I'm literally opening ripping the packet open and popping it in front of the camera, and I'm looking through the screen to see the images, just the same as you are. And so this was the image that I was talking about. Oh, there we go. Sorry, everything's a little bit off still. I still haven't sorted things out. And the item I'm actually making is this jumper here. Okay, this top here. So yeah, I'm a little bit iffy on it, because of course my regular crazies all know I'm a bit funny with my tummy. Sometimes it looks like I'm only 3 months pregnant, and other times it looks like I'm about to explode. Right, so this is, I'm going to try and show you the image a little bit closer. There we go. So that is hopefully what it's going to look like. but not in them colours, and definitely not in that yarn, because I haven't got either. Okay, so I dug out, you lot, my older crazies are going to go, oh god, no, not again. But for my newer crazies, there's a background story to the colourway I'm about to show you. This is, of course, green. This is mint green. Okay, this does not look the same as what it does on camera. I like the way it looks on camera. But it's a lot more brighter in person. Now, this is a So Crafty, okay, DK. Now, this was bought a good couple of years ago now. It's in one of my Aldi unboxings. Because I was trying to get a colour match for another item that I was making that was made with Aldi yarn the year before. And that was also mint green. So I bought 12 balls of this because it was a shawl and I wanted to make it massive. Right, so I bought 12 balls of it, all in the wrong colour. It is not the same mint green. So I'm still on the hunt for the original mint green, and I managed to find some on Marketplace a couple of months ago. Went and picked it up, and all I've done is replace the 4 of these ones that I previously used. So I've got 12 of these things that are sitting in my cupboard at the moment, and I'm like, right, that's it. I've had enough of seeing it. I really don't like the colourway anymore, but I'm going to use it, because at least I know that the item I'm making will all be the same colour and dye lot, because there's so much of it. Right, so as I said, I showed you the image a few moments ago, and I've been working on this a couple of days now. I don't think I'm doing too bad. So I have made, and I've also gone up, I'm trying to think what size I did. I think I did the extra large because I was working in a DK. I did check the name of the yarn and the size and the weight of the yarn, and it said it was an Aran weight. So I thought, right, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick to the, I'm going to go up a hook size to what I would normally do working with a DK. So I'm using a 4.5, and I'm going to go up a couple of clothes sizes. So let me see, I'm sure I marked it. Oh, I hope I marked it anyway. What size am I doing? Middle of the, brackets, middle. Basically, I'm doing the second from last, a large size. So I think it's like an 18. So fingers crossed. It might even have been a 20. I don't know. In the book itself, it's got one size, and then it's got a set of brackets with 3 other sizes in it as well. I really need to read patterns properly. But here goes. So this is how it stands at the moment. I've done both of the side panels. They have been joined, and the arm section here has been seamed. And now I'm working on the bottom section of the full cardie. Okay, so it's made in 2 sections to start with, and as you can see the seam line there. They're then seamed together there and under the armpits, and then you rejoin your yarn and you work a different stitch going backwards and forwards. So at the moment I've done 1 extra row on that, because I decided I was going to just keep going till I'd used up the ball that I was working on. So far, that panel took a ball, that panel took a ball, and the bottom section's taken a ball. So yay, that's 300 grams, oh, I'm getting tied up, 300 grams already used to make this project. And I've still got the sleeves to go, and they are bell sleeves, so I've got a feeling I'm going to use around, what, 500 grams of yarn? Oh, this is doing my name, there we go. Yeah, so I'm probably going to end up using around 500 grams of yarn on this jumper. That's only meant to take 3, but at the end of the day it'll be done, it'll be dusted, it'll be finished, and hopefully I will show that to you completed next week. Right, talking completed, you know what I'm like, I try to finish one project off before I start the next. So that's right, the shawl, the blanket is done, but to be honest, the length of it, it's the length of a runner. It easily fits my 3-seater sofa. It actually extends further than I wanted it to, but I got carried away with doing the repeat, so I just kept going till I ran out of blue, didn't I? So it's here, it's finished. I've even used the enclosed border that Courtney at Fiberfox Studio shows you how to do on her one of her videos. What's it called? Give me a second. I knew it as soon as I stopped recording, it went ping. Right, the border is from Courtney at Fiberfox's Native Bliss video. Now this is a set of 4 videos, it might even be 5, where she is making a shawl, and the shawl itself is absolutely gorgeous, and I will be going back to make that at some point, because that is the first pattern I chose when it came to choosing all the patterns that I'd won from her earlier on in the year. So the border is the Native Bliss, and the main part of the blanket, of course, is pattern number 40. Now all of these patterns you can find over on her channel and of course on her Ravelry. I would suggest that you get the written pattern. They're not badly priced at all in the slightest, and both of these have not only the charts but the written instructions for each of the chart sets as well, so it makes it a heck of a lot easier following along, because you can follow the tutorial on the video to show where she's putting her placements, but you can also mark it off, and it saves you having to write anything down and get anything back to front or round the wrong way. Right, so let me show you how it's done. What's the top and what's the bottom? There's the bottom. Right. Okay, so you ready? Ba-bum. There we go. So I love the way that the edging has turned out on this, and yes, you just hide your ends in there. There is no reason to sew them in or cut them off. The bigger the more ends that are left, the more spongy it is on here, but you can't see any ends, whether it be on the front or on the back. That's right, I couldn't be bothered to do this pattern on the back, so I just took option number 2 that she says in the video. Okay, so there it is, finished. Best way to show you, I think, would possibly be as a shawl, because to be honest, that's probably what I'm going to end up using it for. It was meant to be to go on the sofa, then it was meant to go yeah, it was meant to go on the sofa, then it was meant to go on the bed, but to be honest, I'm liking the length of it. So that's one set of the pattern, and there's the rest. Do you know what, a couple of buttons and I think I'm done. So there. Oop. What do you think? I must admit, I absolutely love it, and as you all know, I've become slightly addicted to mosaic, and this thing heats up something quick, so hot, so quickly, it's brilliant. No need for heating in the evenings, just work on one of them and it grows with you. Yeah, so as you saw last week, I also did her pattern number 45. That is this section here. No, I still haven't done anything to this bag yet. I haven't put a lining in as yet. I'll get there at some point. Now it's time for the best bit of the video, your photos. Come on, and let's go and see who has sent photos this week. Right, that is it for this week. I'm off to carry on with this monstrosity of a jumper. Let's see what it looks like next week. Right, as I said, I'm going to head off now. I will see you all really, really soon. So if you can, please stay in and definitely stay safe. Ta-ra for now, everybody.